I'm walking in my hometown of Jefferson, Texas. As you can see, I'm going by the general store, kind of a landmark and definitely a destination place here in Jefferson. So we're going to take a little walk while I'm doing all this today. I'm shooting this. It's a little past 6 o'clock this morning. Shooting this in low light mode. You know, the sun's not quite up yet, so it's not bad. But we'll just see how this. It's not bright sunshine like it. So anyway, and just using the regular mics on the new GoPro Mission 1 deal. This is the Red Bus Cupcakes place. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They got good cupcakes, and I think you can get ice cream and different things. But like I said, I'm just walking down in the downtown area. As you can see, the brick streets of Jefferson. Pretty cool. Jefferson was a riverport town back in the 1860s, 1870s. The town's gone through some ups and downs, booms and busts. Right now, things are, I think, pretty good. You know, the population of Jefferson is probably a little less than 2,000. It's a lot of tourism. Oh yeah, here's one of our local residents. You know, we got a lot of feral cats around town. A lot of controversy around that, and we won't get into that this morning. Maybe later. But the town's, it's a neat little town. I mean, I enjoyed growing up here. Okay, turning this around, I'm coming up on Polk Street, which is kind of one of the main thoroughfares, and over here this is Riverport Barbecue. And I mean, Riverport has been on Texas Monthly's best barbecue joints. It's been on the list before. Literally one of the, I'm gonna tell you, it's one of the best barbecue places, definitely in Texas, which means probably in the world, really, realistically. But I go there, I eat there on average at least every 2 weeks, but there are stints where I go every week, and it's one reason why I've got to walk, because I gotta, you know, I get my fair share of calories. But best ribs, best brisket, literally nothing in there that you wouldn't enjoy. I mean, if you're a barbecue person, you need to go to Riverport. I think I'm walking down Lafayette Street right now, and that's the Catholic Church. But that's a reproduction of the old church that was here. The original church burned, gosh, some time ago. But you know, still reproduced and built in the style of the original church. Walking down by the post office. I need to clean the exterior of this thing. Come on, Postal Service. Here's Kennedy Manor. The Ingalls, Tommy Ingle and his wife own it and operate it, and that's kind of a cool thing. Cool bed and breakfast. They've done a really good job. It's probably one of the places that, you know, you'd recommend people to. It's down here close to the downtown area. The place is for sale, so y'all need to check it out. This is the Jefferson Carnegie Library, or as my friends up north from Pittsburgh would say, Carnegie, but we down here in South say Carnegie. You know, it's still a library, and one of the original grants that the old man Carnegie did when he endowed all these different libraries. So it's a really neat deal. They've got the upstairs where it's kind of a little meeting place. It's kind of cool. When I was a kid, they called this the Real Hill, and we used to, not me, some of my peers, my classmates would run down there, and there was you can see there's a little bit of a jump that you can make. Good mixture of older homes. It's what they call the Schluter Mansion. I mean, we always called it the Schluter House. It sits up on one of the highest spots up in Jefferson. It's just changed hands sold to a lady. It's a grand house. It looks great, and I think she rents it out as a for events, weddings, for different venues. But we have a big 4th of July celebration here. It's a good hometown deal. I would encourage everybody to go. This is Episcopal Church. You see we're walking around what we call Lions Club Park, and elementary schools and high schools were located here in the I guess the 40s, in the late 40s, 50s into the 60s. I actually went to elementary school on a school that was on this lot, and it burned. Both of the buildings burned. Coming up here, this building over here is the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. Neat church, really neat church, and it's just one of the grand old buildings that's here in Jefferson. You know, so the First Methodist Church, which is again one of the old churches. My 2 daughters, we grew up in this church, and it's like I said, just a neat old church, and a lot of neat people, and really a lot of neat people and good people throughout Jefferson on this. I don't know if it's coming up, but you can just hear the birds starting to chirp, and while you do hear the highway behind us, it's relatively quiet. So over here, this house is for sale. It's the well, we called it, when I was growing up, it was the old Sudbury house. So the whole estate or the whole house is up for sale. So it's a neat house. It's been you know, more like almost a New Orleans style house, but probably hadn't been in there in years, but it probably needs a lot of work, I would imagine. This is the playhouse. The garden club, the Jesse Allen Wise Garden Club owns this. This is one of the properties they own, and there's a big play every year. We have a play about a famous trial, the Diamond Bessie murder trial. It's gone on for quite a number of years, and anyway, they hold it. It's like the first week of May is when they hold that play, and have a variety of activities around an event they call the pilgrimage. And there's a big Civil War reenactment. We're coming back up. This is on Vale Street, and it's the Immaculate Conception Parish Center, which this is the the building behind it is the Immaculate Conception Parish Church. This is regular mode. We'll see. Again, the sun's just now coming up, but I thought it might be better to see how it goes. But anyway, first of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. This is Ottstock Park. Again, this is where a lot of the 4th of July activities will go on at Ottstock Park. So it's a cool little park. This is the Stern Fountain. It's been here, gosh, I don't know exactly how long, what the history on it is, but it's been here for a while. It's kind of a neat landmark in downtown Jefferson. Jefferson Historical Museum, and you know, it's just a grand old building. This was at one time the federal courthouse, and it's also been the post office, and since probably the 50s or 60s, it's been the Jefferson Historical Society Museum and Gallery. And man, just classic architecture. Just as neat a place as you do. They are really doing a lot to upgrade the exhibits and the overall structure. So the folks the board, and I've got a few friends on that, and they've just done a good job. This is Austin Street. I mean, sun's coming up behind that. Over to the left is the Excelsior House Hotel, the oldest hotel in Jefferson, in Texas. It's been in operation since 1858. It's owned by the Garden Club, And this is the old Jefferson Hotel. It's been renamed, rebranded. I think the Jefferson Palace Hotel. It, you know, even though it shows to be 1851, even though the Excelsior House was done in 1858, I don't know. I would probably tend to go with the Excelsior House, the Garden Club, just because either one, they're both pretty old. The Palace Hotel, whatever they're calling it now, they've done a lot of upgrades to it, and a lot of paranormal type of activities is what they have. That's really, they claim that is a very haunted hotel, and they have a lot of, just say, paranormal who frequent that hotel, and I think they're doing a good job of promoting it. This is the world famous Annie Skinner's, and I will just tell you this: I've spent a good bit of time in that establishment. We won't go into any more details than that. Good, bad, or indifferent, but it has been a great watering hole and a great place. Still continues to be a great place to hang out. We don't hang out there as much as we used to, just because we're older now. Back over here, the courthouse, and we just had that completely refurbed and renovated and restored just a few years ago. So you know, brought it back up. Again, we're walking by the general store. Listen, you got to go in the general store. If you come to Jefferson, just come to the general store. Both my girls worked there growing up. It's almost like family. Well, it is kind of family. Cliff and Anna Bodie who own it. But there's a lot of neat stuff in there. And if you come to town, and particularly if you have kids, you're going to go in there. They've got another place where they got a lot of vintage cool stuff, a lot of cool vintage stereo gear in this place. Now we're coming up. Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this place. This is the 1852, and I play from time to time. I play in a few guys. Mickey, who owns the place, play with him and a couple other guys. Local retired dentist Kent Thigpen. It's an old guy's band, rock and roll band, and we play there about every 2 or 3 months. So we've got, I think, the next date sometime in August. So now this place is the CBA building. It was built probably in the early 2000s, late 90s, 1990s, early 2000s. It's for sale. It's for sale. It's a cool building, but you know, if you want a neat place, hey, it's for sale. Okay, so one more little swing through the downtown. You can see the mural of Annie Skinner's walking back down on Polk Street. So I don't know, this little video, I'm trying to show off my town, but also demonstrate just what a walking about with the new GoPro Mission 1 looks like. And again, I'll probably, this building here, the Calavera Mercantile, I've got a few photographs, a few prints in here. These people, hey, how's it going? We're GoProing this morning. Yeah, that's those are the owners. They've got a cigar shop and a few other leather. They do leather crafting and boots and all sorts of cool stuff. So it's a cool little store. Like it. They just bought that building, moved their business in there, and it's kind of cool. Head out. I got a couple of other places I got to show you guys, and then we're out of here. So Blackburn's Outlet Store. You know, Blackburn syrup. What would we be without saying anything about them? That is a Jefferson institution. Blackburn's syrups and jellies are produced here locally in Jefferson. The Nightlight Tavern, Richard and Karen Penner own this place, and it's a good little restaurant, good little pub type of deal. So you know, would strongly encourage you come down here and try it out. All right, over here, you know, that's my Maximize. That's my optometrist. And there we are, the Red Bus cupcakes. So we're gonna swing back around, go to the backside, 1852. And this place, the Courtyard, that's actually a residence now. So probably more. We'll probably do more walking tours. Thanks for, you hung in there. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you later.